What's up? I just came on today to show you all the progress that I've made on my quilt top for my upcoming patchwork placemat. I did one live and I said I was going to do a live to show all my finished items, but I've decided to do just a regular long form video and show all the items, and then I'm going to do a live and let me know what you all think about the items. So yeah, here we go. Okay, this is it. This is the progress that I've made so far on my patchwork, the quilt top for my upcoming patchwork placemat. So I've sewn like 10 rows together and I have 4 more rows to sew. So this is my last 3. Okay, so it's 18 squares in a row. So this is my next set of squares for my final row, which is the 14th row, and these are the other squares. So I'm sewing my squares together 6 at a time. So each row I have 3 sets of 6. So I sew the first 6 rows, the second 6 rows onto the first set of 6, and then the first 6 for each row. I take 6 squares, sew them together. Then I take the second set of 6 squares and sew them together and sew them onto the first set of 6. Then I take the third set of 6 squares and sew them onto the second set of 6, and that makes the 18 squares as you see here. So yeah, so once I sew my last row of 18 together, I will go and sew these 2 rows, then this row, and this is the rest of the 14th row, and then I'll sew this row and this row together, and then attach it to these 2 rows once they are sewn together. But yeah, this is my progress, and once I finish my items, I will make a long form video instead of a live, and then I'll do a live for you all to let me know what you think. But yeah, this is it. This is the progress that I've made on my upcoming quilt top for my upcoming patchwork placemat using postage stamp squares. So you cut them at a size of 1.5 inches, and the final size is a 1-inch square. So I think this is gonna be my favorite patchwork placemat of all my patchwork placemats. But yeah, I'm just showing you all my progress that I've made on my quilt top. So there you go. This is one of my favorite color schemes. So I have like several items I'm working on using this color scheme. And this is gonna be my favorite patchwork placemat today. Not my last one, but definitely my favorite one. And I'm gonna take my time and quilt it, hand quilt it. I gotta get me a quilting hoop. And so I can hand quilt it, because that's what I start off doing, things by hand. And then I will, do my videos or whatever. And then what I've been doing is just sewing 2 squares together. And then this is my little scrap. And then this is the square, like some of the squares. What I do is fold it over. Like one square folded over like that, and then that's what you see here, and that's my starter scrap and end scrap, because I just been doing like 2 at a time. But yeah, this is the progress that I've made on my upcoming postage stamp patchwork placemat. Hi, thank you so much. Yeah, I've been quilting for 20 years. I love to quilt. My subscribers have gone up quite a bit. I'm thankful for all my subscribers. I'm thankful for all the people that stop by and watch my live videos. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Yeah, so that you can especially see that upcoming video of all my finished quilting items that I finished. So I have quite a few that I'm working on that I need to finish. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I have quite a few items that I'm working on, and I'm not the kind of quilter that doesn't finish my items, so I really have to get to work to finish my items. And once I finish my items, I'll upload like one big video of all showing off all my finished items that I'm very proud of, and my items do not look like everybody else's items, so it will be worth your time to watch. To watch my video. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be a finished one long video of all my finished items that I'm currently working on. Yeah, but this is just the, let me zoom in. See, and this is what I do when I start putting my little pin, so I always know the first square in the block or in that quilter item. And then I also put a pin in the first square of each row, so I know which square is first. And that's way you don't, get it confused or misplace it or whatever. And that's just my little ruler, one of my favorite rulers. This is my little rotating quilting mat. I find it to be very helpful. This is some painter's tape. You can use that as a guide. And this is the rest of the row. This is the 12 of the 18. And this is the first 6 in the 18. And it's 18 squares in each row. So my placemat will be a finished size of 18 squares down and 14 squares across. And then these are the rows that I have to sew together. And this is the final row. And you see my little starter scraps. So yeah, I just came in to show you all what I'm working on. Yeah, so yeah. I just came live because I'm finna finish it, finish the quilt top, but I didn't want to just not show you all some of the background things that go on in quilting. So yeah, so now you get a little plethora. You get a portion of the quilt top, so that's that. You get the rows, so here are the rows that I've sewn. And then this is some of the squares. A patchwork placemat using a postage stamp squares, which are squares that you cut at 1.5 inches, and the finished size is a 1-inch square. But technically, I think for a postage size item, everything's supposed to be the same, a different print or whatever, but that's not possible. So I still call this a postage stamp item because all the squares will be a finished size of a 1-inch square. I do want to make a quilt that looks like this, but that's going to be too much work, and I ain't finna do all that right now. So I just do smaller items. So yeah, this is just a video of what progress I made. That's my little starter scraps, as I said. And that's my little ruler with my little rotating mat. I got that one year on my birthday. I'm so glad. That's like one of the best investments that I would say I made as a quilter. And then this is my little placemat. This is my what they call this mat? Cutting mat, rotary cutting mat. But it has a little hiccup, but it's like a little crack right here. But I still ain't finna buy another mat right now. I just push this down and keep it moving. Yeah. But eventually I'll probably buy me one in the near future. But yeah, just came by to do a quick little live to show you all my progress before I finish this quilt top. I may do another one when I actually finish the quilt top. So, but I ain't promising it because kind of, got to go on and get this stuff done. Yeah, but I will be doing that long form video once I get everything, all my, everything that I'm working on completed. I would do a lot. I would do a long form video, and then I do a live to show, so that y'all can let me know what y'all think about each individual item. But I can go in. So you already know that's gonna be cute. Like, I don't need you if I don't get 1 million subscribers or 1,000 subscribers or 1 million views or a gazillion views. I know this is pretty right here. Cause I've been quilting 20 years and I have gotten better year by year. So if I don't get a lot I appreciate the likes. I'm thankful for the subscribers. But if I don't get 100,000 views or 1 million views, I know what I'm doing is good, is some good doing. I know this is good. I know I'm good at what I do. So I just came to YouTube to share my gift with the world. And yeah, some people are smart enough to subscribe and watch and like. And yes ma'am. I started quilting before YouTube even came into existence. I started off by hand. And then someone gave me a machine, and I was like, man, you can really, cause it's a quilter. You be wanting to do quilts and make stuff for yourself and make stuff for people. And it was so fast by machine that I said, ooh, I'll never go back to doing anything by hand. But that turned out to be a lie, because this right here will be one of my masterpieces. So this is definitely going to be hand quilted. All I have to do is just get my little quilting hoop and go to work. And yeah, that's gonna be one that goes down in history. I already know that. Like, that's the work I'm gonna put in with this item right here, because this is going to be my favorite patchwork placemat of all the ones I've made. And if you want to find out about some of the others, just go and watch the other videos, because there's tons of videos out there. Because the patchwork placemat is one of the favorite things, my best things, my favorite things to make as a quilter. Yeah, but then after I finish these little items, I'll be moving on to bigger and better quilting, like quilts, whole quilts. So yeah, I got some squares I've cut, and it would be a 2-inch quilt of 2.5-inch square. So it's going to be a finished size of a 2-inch square. So I'm working on that, but I paused that to finish my smaller items, and then I go back over to the big kahuna. So I'm very excited about what I have going on. And for you all that just came in, I'm just showing off the progress, or showing the progress that I've made on the quilt top for my upcoming patchwork placemat. Yeah. It's going to be 18 inches across and 14 inches going down. Yeah, I'm just checking in with you all, doing my little content thing as a content creator. And yeah, that's my little rotating mat for the second time. Yeah, that's worth the investment. I love it, because you can, like, I have my smaller placemat on my bigger placemat, and it's like, if you have a strip of fabric, you can just use this and then rotate, and cut on a smaller surface. And it's also good when you're cutting your 1/2-inch squares. You don't have to rotate the square, you just rotate the mat. Okay, or triangles, is 1/2-inch squares that rotate mat. It just works like a breeze with that. Yeah, so I was just checking in with you all, showing y'all the progress that I've made on my upcoming patchwork placemat, postage stamp patchwork placemat. Yeah, this is it. And I love to work with postage stamp squares. I love the look and the feel and everything. Yeah, but this is it. I'm just showing off. Thanks for being subscribed to my channel. Thanks to all the people that watch my videos, all the likes that I get. I really appreciate you all. I'm so thankful. And I have lots of great content coming up in the near future. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Check you later.